Hey guys, how you doing? Do you remember back in the day when they were selling those T-shirts, The Evolution of Man, and they started with the monkey crawling around, and then the monkey walking on his knees, and then the monkey walking with his knees in his hands, and then eventually the humans walking upright? Remember, someone made a lot of money on that T-shirt, and it was all because of this idea that humans walk erect, and that's one of the reasons that enabled humans to evolve to be the smartest animal on Earth and hold dominion over all other creatures on Earth. And I remember when I was in school, in grade school, I was taught that in science class. And that was one of the things that separated us from the mere insignificant animals that we shared the planet with. The fact that we could walk upright, that we had opposable thumbs, and a couple of other things. And I was young and I was impressionable and I was learning, and they told me that, my science teacher, and I believed them. And I even studied and remembered this and regurgitated it on the first test that I had in science class. The question was something like, what is one of the reasons that lifted man into becoming one of the most intelligent creatures on Earth? Was it A, the fact that humans do not live in the water? Was it B, the fact that humans have a lot less hair than most other animals? Or C, the fact that humans walk upright? The correct answer is C. I got it right. And I passed science class. And now that I've grown older and I have a little bit more of an inquisitive mind and I think a little bit more, I just wonder, chickens walk upright on two legs. They're not so smart. Those Mexican speedy iguanas that run around on 2 feet, they run around on 2 feet. They're not so smart. Those little prairie dogs in Saskatchewan, every morning they get out of their little burrow and they stand there on 2 feet and look around for hours. They're not really smart. Hell, kangaroos hop around on 2 feet all day. They're not that smart. So maybe that theory isn't really robust. I just wonder if I could have questioned that when I was younger. What if I questioned my science teacher and I said, wait a minute, let me just write in D, none of the above. This theory of us being able to walk upright, leading to us being the smartest creatures on Earth, is just conjecture. It's just an idea. It's just a guess from someone who labeled it a theory. What would have happened if I inserted that answer into my grade 3 science test? The teacher would have marked it wrong. I might have failed science. My report card would have said, Klaus does not show respect for authority. Klaus is obviously not keeping up with the curriculum. Klaus is engaging in wild, crazy theories and talking to the other students and causing chaos in the classroom. We recommend that he join some special class where he can be controlled. Maybe I never would have passed science and I wouldn't have become a scientist that I am today. Maybe I would have failed science. I would have had to think of something else to do. I would have probably had to pursue one of my other passions, which would have been acting. I would have joined drama class. Maybe I would have become an actor. Well, back then, that might have not been so bad. Maybe I would have peaked in my endeavor to become an actor right around the time when they were auditioning for the part, that part in Fight Club. And I would have went down to California and auditioned. Maybe I would have got the part instead of Brad Pitt. Maybe I would have married Angelina Jolie. Actually, I think I would have stuck with Jennifer Aniston. I would have kept her happy, Brad. Point is that a theory is a theory. Theories are a dime a dozen. Theories can come from all sorts of people. Theories can be well planned out, well thought of, rigorously trial and errored assumptions and ideas. And theories can be just the speculation of simpletons that just want to spew out an answer without doing any work. It's easy to believe when you're young and impressionable, right? You just want to believe authority. We walk upright and we're really smart. Cows walk around in the field on 4 legs. They're really dumb. It makes sense, doesn't it? Until you start thinking of details. Well, cows eat grass. We don't. Is that a factor? It's up to all of us to decide if the theory holds true through the process of observation and experimentation, doing tests, observing things, zoning in on one particular fact of the theory and seeing if it's robust, if it holds true. Like I could point out those 4 or 5 animals that throw a wrench into the assumption that the fact that we walk upright is a key factor for us being intelligent. Hell, we've observed many animals on Earth And we found that one of the most intelligent creatures other than humans is a dolphin. And they don't even have legs. The fact is that not all theories end up being correct. The downside is that sometimes we accept a theory for the period of time before someone points out its flaws. Think of relativity. Einstein proposed relativity, and everyone thought he was nuts. And then through decades of observations, experiments from everyone on Earth, the whole scientific community for decades and decades and decades have done experiments trying to see if that theory of relativity and the assumptions and the results that it proposes hold true. And in every single case, in every single test, in every single observation, in every single experiment, it has proven that the results match his predictions. So that has graduated into scientific fact for us, and it will remain so until someone maybe in the future comes up with one little wrinkle that does not fit, some experiment whose results do not come out mathematically compatible with relativity. And then we'll go, aha, something that we don't understand is going on. And the rest of the scientific community will try to figure it out. So why am I telling you all this? Well, it's the new year, so I do this. I go on walks and think about things. And if you're an older person and you have kids, let them know that one of the most important things, one of the most important skills they'll learn is to question, to think for themselves, to think out of the box in whatever discipline that they pursue, and whatever activity, whatever science, whatever the future is for them. And not just accept the building blocks that are laid down before them, but to maybe question the ones that they don't understand. Talk to people that are smarter than them. Maybe they'll be explained properly and they will understand them. But question even the experts. And think, well, that doesn't make sense. What about this? What about that? Maybe they will be the one that points out the one inconsistency, the one experiment that does not fit with the common held theory. And then maybe the theories will change. The worst thing that they can do is just accept everything that they tell us. When I was in grade 3, they told me that walking upright was the key for intelligent life. One of the key factors. Until you point out the chickens and the roosters and the kangaroos and the dolphins, I guess. Well, I hope we enjoyed our little walk in the snow together. It is a beautiful day. And you know, guys, it is exhausting, right? It's just an inspirational, I hope, speech. But I have to also point out the opposite. It is exhausting to always question everything, to not believe anything. That is exhausting because you can't figure out everything yourself. You have to believe some of the foundations that are here before us. So you have to pick and choose, right? You got to tell your kids this. If your kid is going down to become an engineer and he's studying in a certain field, that's where he should pick and choose. He should question and put forward new ideas and rigorously try and analyze the establishment in his field of expertise. Because it's too exhausting to just not believe everything. Just like it's too exhausting to keep walking up this hill. I need to do more exercise. And now this has sparked a whole new level of thinking in my mind. Might have to do another video about this or ponder it for a couple of weeks. Maybe I should have wrote that answer in the test and failed science. Maybe I'd be living in California now. There's no snow there. Maybe Jennifer Aniston and myself, we wouldn't have divorced. We'd be living in Malibu. But I love it here. I love it here. I'm by myself. I'm in the woods. And there's no place I'd rather be than here sharing this video with you guys. Leave some comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the comment. Leave something profound in the comments that we can read and enjoy together. And I'll catch you guys, of course, on the next one.